Hey, this is Coach Jason at Art of War MMA. In one of our previous videos, Coach Adam kind of went into some detail on offense from the mounted crucifix position. And it's a very common position in mixed martial arts. So I just want to show a couple of the escapes that we use here. Because the advantage of mounted crucifix is he's going to have both of my arms trapped. The disadvantage is it's not as stable for him as some other top control positions. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. And there's different ways they can have you in mounted crucifix. Okay, we're going to show the way where he's got my arm completely captured between his legs. It could be the case that he's stapling you, which would be a little bit different situation. So he's stapling my bicep over here, right? So that's one way that people will hold it, a little bit different. When people have totally trapped my arm like this, and oftentimes he'll have this arm like this, so he's not going to let me have any easy frames. Both of my arms are trapped here, okay? Depending on the way he's situated, my first move is either going to be a sit-up or a bridge. Because Adam has shifted his weight back, okay, my first option is going to be, I'm going to sit up, okay? So from here, I don't want to stay here for long, right? He can punch me, he can elbow me, okay? There's submissions that he can do from here. So if he's sitting back, my first move is going to be to just kick my legs and try to sit up, okay? If he reacts to that and he squares up his hips, my next move is going to be to bridge over the top, okay? So those two moves go together really well, okay? It could be the case that Adam starts with hips down to the ground, okay? He could be controlling me like this. If he's controlling me like this, my first move is going to be to bridge, okay? If I'm successful, if I can generate enough power, right, I might be able to totally scramble out of there, okay? Quite often what will happen is when I go to bridge, they're expecting that. They'll counter that by sitting back onto my hips and switching, okay? This is when I now have to switch to sitting up. And when I come to this sit-up position, I will generally immediately go to knee ride, okay? The reason that I do that, if I'm successful at sitting up and I just stay here, sometimes people will push, he'll go to a triangle variation and he'll now be attacking my arm, okay? And I've got my neck to worry about. So the moment I'm able to successfully sit up, if I'm in this situation, I don't want my arm between his legs, okay? I'll usually immediately go to knee ride and peel that out of there. Now I'm in a situation where I could progress this to a tight mount control, okay? Or if I prefer, be a little bit more risky, sit up and go to striking. You know, I'm up top here, I've got good strikes, but I'm also not as stable. So your first two moves when you're escaping, this should always be either a sit-up or a bridge, okay? So he's got me in crucifix. If Adam's sitting back, I try a sit-up first. Oh, that didn't work. I bridge, okay? Now notice how there's space now, okay? By you sitting up and bridging, by you faking a sit-up and then bridging, and then going back to sitting up, quite often the person on top is going to slack up a little bit on their control of your limbs. That's when we wiggle, okay? I'd like to be more technical, but when I teach this to my fighters, I literally say, bridge, sit up, wiggle. Bridge, sit up, wiggle. Because you're going to see, we're going to do this a couple times with Adam. He's going to shut down both of those first two options, and then I'm just going to simply wiggle my elbow line free on one of my arms. Then here, he's sitting back. I'm going to try to sit up. Oh, he doesn't let me. Got my arm free. Now I have a frame, right? Once I have a frame, boom, now I'm in business, right? I can start escaping, you know? All I need to do is get one of these arms free, okay? By me just trying to sit up, trying to bridge up, try to sit up, pull it out, okay? Or sit up, pull it back, okay? So I'm always looking to sit up and bridge until I have space to wiggle one of my arms free. And then the fourth thing is always look to get your knee involved, okay? So we're going to sit up and bridge or bridge and sit up. And in that chaos of him trying to control me, if he loosens up a little bit, I'm going to get one of my elbows free or I'm going to get my knee in. Okay. Just sit up. Oh, my knee got in. just enough space. Right now I can peel that in. Now, it may not be super easy. He's going to be adjusting, but at least I have a form of guard, right? So if we could just really simply summarize this. When you are on the bottom of mounted crucifix, you need to get out of there because both of your arms are blocked, right? They're going to be able to drop a lot of punishment. So I want you to think either bridge and sit up or sit up and then bridge. As soon as he loosens up, we're looking to wiggle one of our arms free so we can get a frame, or we're looking to get our knee involved so we can then, again, make space and either recover guard or get out of there because it's definitely not a place that you want to be.